Welcome to Metabolic Maestro. I teach men to restore internal order so that self mastery becomes inevitable. Today, I wanted to touch on a recap of the stillness switch and how, by turning this on, it allows self mastery to arise effortlessly. So, we touched on this week. We went ahead and touched on how when you switch the stillness switch on, it activates the prefrontal cortex, which essentially governs the executive function of the human being. And so you're able to exercise your willpower, your ability to say, I want to do this, to choose and exercise control over what you want to do. So that was one. We also touched on the amygdala, which essentially is a factor for your emotions, or faculty for the emotions, in that especially with the stress and the fear being lowered when you turn on the stillness switch. And so you find that you're able to calm that sense of urgency, or more accurately, the anxiety that comes with just regular living. It's just turned down. And then we touched on meta awareness, which is what you are really practicing when you do stillness exercises or stillness practices. The ability to see when your mind wanders, to bring it back, and when it goes, and you bring it back. And over time, that strengthens your attention muscle, so you're able to stay with tasks longer. You're able to endure moments longer, situations longer, and just be. And then we dealt with the parasympathetic, how when you turn on the stillness switch, it activates GABA, which is a neurotransmitter which causes, or I guess promotes, calmness in the nervous system. And so this allows for the ability to be in stressful situations more easily, more calmly. And then what else did we touch on? Well, I'm just going off the top here, so make sure I cover everything. Neuroplasticity, how the stillness switch activates or turns on or promotes neuroplasticity, specifically in rewiring neural pathways associated with dopamine. And so you reset those pathways, and then you find that there's not a drive or need to constantly seek that pleasure, constantly want that hit of spike of dopamine, pleasure, or reward. You're just able to be calm and retrain those pathways to seek reward in more constructive ways, whether it's through whatever you enjoy that's more constructive and more productive. It could be the stillness practice, it could be the training sessions, it could just be fasting. And then the final faculty, let's say, that the stillness switch activates is intuition. And all this is scientifically backed. This is not woo. This is actual science. And intuition is when you still that center, or the the part of your brain that's constantly yapping, the analytical brain, you quiet that, and then you allow intuitive insights to naturally arise, and you become more aware of this because of the silence in your body and in your mind. And these insights are great as they provide guidance as to what to do in your life, literally. And the combination of all these benefits from turning on the stillness switch allows one to move from a scattered mind, a externally led, a chaotic, a emotionally reactive mind or man, and move them to a self-directed, purposeful, action-oriented, decisive, grounded, calm man. Naturally, in that state where there's biological order, biological command, which creates internal order, and then internal order quiets or resolves internal chaos, allowing for self-mastery, discipline, and sovereignty to arise naturally. And in doing so, you get the goods. Remember, fasting is the doorway, stillness is the foundation, and discipline is the path. I made a 24-hour guide to help you begin. Link is in the bio. Till next time, be still.